Good afternoon, hockey fans. Welcome to Today in the NA. I am Vinny Paracelli. We have a great show in store for you today. As this weekend, we will find out the 4 teams heading to the Robertson Cup. Aberdeen, Maine, Minnesota, and Shreveport all are just one win away from heading to Minnesota, and we'll show you how they got there in just a minute. The North American Hockey League announced their awards for the 2020-2021 season. We'll highlight those winners as well. But of course, we start the show with the latest NCAA commitments coming out of the league. Tyler Cooper of the Northeast Generals has committed to St. Olaf. The forward from Toronto, Ontario had 10 goals and 20 points in his second NAHL season. For his 91-game career with the Generals, Cooper scored 24 goals and had 51 points. Minnesota Magicians defenseman Danny Eckerline will be playing college hockey at St. John's University. He had 2 points in 29 games played this season and has a goal in 5 playoff contests so far. New Jersey Titans forward Blake Humphrey has committed to Providence College. The Syracuse, New York native registered 16 goals and 31 points in 38 games this season. Humphrey's teammate Matt Yasenza will be playing college hockey at Hobart College. From Quebec, Yasenza logged 10 goals and 28 points this year for his 96-game career, all with New Jersey. The forward tallied 22 goals and 52 points. The North American Hockey League announced the award winners for the 2020-2021 season, and the most valuable player and goaltender of the year is Jake Seibel of the Aberdeen Wings. This should come as no surprise to anyone that has followed this kid all year. Set the NAHL single-season record for wins with 43, tied the single-season record with shutouts at 11. His .952 save percentage is the best in the modern era, as well as his 1.19 goals against average. It's arguably the greatest regular season we've ever seen from a goaltender, and now he's not only the goalie of the year, but the league's most valuable player. The forward of the year is Peyton Matsui of the Aberdeen Wings. He led the NAHL with 65 points and helped to lead the Wings to the greatest regular season in league history. He averaged 1.16 points per game, third best in the league, and his 27 goals were tied for third in the entire North American Hockey League. The defenseman of the year is Grant Doctor of the Minnesota Wilderness. He led all Blue Liners with 40 points on the season and scored a league-high 18 goals from the back end. The next closest had 13. He played in all 56 games for his club and was lethal on the power play with 15 points, coming with the man advantage. Finally, the Rookie of the Year is Johnstown's Jay Ahern. Staten Island native led the entire league with 31 goals this season, the only player to eclipse the 30-goal mark. His 62 points were the second most in the league behind Matsui. His 10 power play goals were tied for the league lead as well, and his 1.19 points per game were second best in the league. Here's a list of the other award winners. Scott Langer is the coach and general manager of the year. Bill McCoshen of the Janesville Jets is the executive of the year, and the Aberdeen Wings are the organization of the year. Heading over to the all-NAHL first and second teams, obviously Seibel, Matsui, Doctor, and Ahern are on the first team, joined by New Mexico's Cole Hansen and Aberdeen's Nico DeVita. The second team is Aberdeen's Clayton Cosentino, Shreveport's Braden Dorfman, and Janesville's Charlie Shane as the forwards. Vincent Corcoran of the Wichita Falls Warriors and Luke Grammer of the Bismarck Bobcats are the defensemen, while Kenai Rivers' Luke Pavicic is the second-team goaltender. We had 4 weekend sweeps this past weekend as all 4 high seeds defended home ice. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. Game 1 of the Central Division Final saw Aberdeen jump out to a 3-1 lead through 2 periods thanks to goals from Will Arquette, Christian Abrams, and Peyton Matsui. We jump ahead to the third period. It's 3-2, and Austin Schwartz takes the puck from the blue line, and he ties the game with his first of the postseason. The stalemate would not last for long, as just 10 seconds later, Clayton Cosentino beats the icing and bounces the puck off of Ian Shane, and it goes in. The Wings retake the lead, and they win Game 1 by a score of 5-3. Aberdeen once again struck first in Game 2. Thomas Manti and Nathan Vertes each picked up their third goal of the playoffs. Schwartz's second goal in as many games made it a 2-1 Aberdeen lead. Kyle Gaffney and Nathan Mann are the only goal scorers the rest of the way. Wings are 1 win away from the Robertson Cup. They win Game 2, 4-1. Out east, it was a busy first period in Game 1 as James Philpott struck on the power play for the Nordiques. Luke Antonacci with a heck of a shot from the right wing provides some insurance for when Josh Nixon scores. Maine leads 2-1 after 1. The Nordiques would add not 1 but 2 empty net goals. Maine wins Game 1, 4-1. Game 2 was similar to Game 1. Goals from Isaiah Fox and Patrick Schmedlin gave the Nordiques a 2-0 lead heading into the third period. Maryland would make it interesting late as Brad McNeil scored to make it a 2-1 game, but once again, the Nordiques grabbed 2 empty net goals, and they win Game 2. By the same score, they won Game 1, 4-1. Kenai River and Minnesota in the Midwest Division Finals. We had a battle in Game 1. Brandon LaJoy had the first goal of the series for the Brown Bears. Minnesota would tie up in the second period as Will Svendal scores his first of the playoffs. In the third, Jake Seitz gives Minnesota their first lead of the night, but Morgan Winters answers for Kenai River. We are all tied up late in the third. Nice play by Leighton Road in his own end to break up the Brown Bears attack. He comes down the ice and Jack Cronin beats Pavicic for what would be the game-winning goal. The Magicians take Game 1 by a score of 3-2. Game 1 was a battle. Game 2 was a blowout. The Magicians dominated this one from start to finish, winning 7-2. Road had 4 points. Devlin McCabe and Brett Overly each scored 2 goals. Andy Barron was great in goal and an easy win for the Magicians as they pushed Kenai River to the brink. Down south, a huge second period was the difference in Game 1 for the Mudbugs as Austin Brimmer, Billy Fetchko, and Giovanni Procopio all scored to give Shreveport a 4-1 lead for 40 minutes of action. Wichita Falls made things real interesting with goals from Drake Usher and Drew Beaton as they got the Warriors within 1, but Cole Hudson would stand tall in the final seconds and the Mudbugs escaped with a 4-3 victory in Game 1. In Game 2, Hudson was perfect as he stopped all 27 shots fired in his direction. Chris Hedden lit the lamp with his first of the postseason to break the ice in the second period. Dawson Chirino converted on this beautiful play as he tips one past Owen Bartoskevich for his second of the playoffs, and that's all the offense Shreveport need as they take Game 2 2-0 and take a series lead of 2-0 as well. So 4 teams need just 1 win to make it to Minnesota. 4 others need to win 3 in a row. The Reddiques have the first chance to clinch tonight as they travel to Maryland. All the other Game 3s take place tomorrow night. You can watch every North American Hockey League playoff game on Hockey TV. Follow the NHL on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Check out the Roberts Cup Playoff Hub on our website. All the scores, schedules, news articles, and highlights all in one convenient spot. Thanks for joining us here on Today in the NA. We'll see you next week as we preview the Robertson Cup. Until then, I'm Vinny Paraselli.